Hello and welcome back to another episode of the TMI Show. I am Matt.
And I'm Tammy.
And
You start.
what's that? Oh, you want
I'll
me
let
to
you start. You start with something.
All right. Well, we're just going to be doing a different, not subject matter, I guess, and everything. But that's the thing. Like, we're not doing a specific subjects. We're just going to take time, going back and forth, asking each other unique questions and everything, and see if we can answer them.
Yeah, we just got a few questions that we thought Matt came up with 4, I came up with 4, and we just got random questions. I do want to welcome everyone for watching. I'm a little rattled, had a really crazy week, crazy day today. So Matt will have to help me get through this one a little bit, but it should be good.
Yeah.
It should be good. So, famous question, how was your day? How was your week? Anything interesting?
Well, the day went by pretty good. The week went by so-and-so. I don't know if people can tell right now, but I'm just now getting over a head cold. So
A little bit of a cold.
Congested. I had it pretty much for about a week now. It'll be a week come tomorrow.
Okay.
But everything's just now starting to clear up for the most part. And
How's your headache? That's usually what comes along with it.
it's better. Like the first couple days, I did have the sinus headaches off and on.
Yeah. That's never
But
fun.
the worst part would be waking up in the middle of the night, coughing and everything.
Yeah.
Then, especially when everything breaks up, you're coughing and kind of spitting that stuff out.
Oh yeah, not fun.
And then you're up for so long, it's hard to fall back asleep. And by the time you do, the alarm goes off within a half hour. And in fact, this past Monday, I didn't even go to work because I only had maybe 2 hours, 3 tops of decent sleep.
And you can't really get better quicker if you're working.
Right.
I mean, it's
the
hard.
best was just to kind of stay home and rest up and
Yeah.
everything. And
Yeah. No, my week was crazy with the brush pile that we were trying to burn. That is, I don't know, very frustrating. I thought the brush pile would just burn and be done. No, it likes to do its own thing. It burns a little section and it's blazing hot, blazing hot fire, and it can just go, you have wood all around it and it can just go ploop, completely out.
just like that.
It's very frustrating, but I mean, it's just a small problem in a,
Well, you guys have or had a pretty big brush pile out
Yeah.
there.
yeah, it grew. We held a lot of brush. I got a different idea for this coming spring, fall, and summer, or spring, summer, and fall, where I'm not ever burning. Once this brush pile is burned, it's not even completed. I mean, we got maybe half of it still that we have to burn, but of course we're gonna have to wait till probably winter of next year because
Right.
it's what do you call this?
Smoldering?
Yes.
Well,
Right.
even if you get a few good days of rain that soak the ground and everything, the thing is,
Yes.
as long as the grass and everything else isn't dry.
Yeah, and right there you saw how that field is. I mean, it's not right next to it, but if that hopped into that, that would be a disaster. So, never doing that again. Once this brush pile is burned up, going to take our brush and we're going to make a hedge brush thing on the back, like a back wall.
Okay.
There's a spot that it could go where our property meets the other property line and keep it, of course, on ours. And I'm just building that. And I saw on Pinterest where you could take all your compost and you put it on there, and you can make spots to build, to grow plants and different stuff.
That'd be really
And it keeps
nice.
it a little bit taller, and it looks like a really cool idea. And then that way I don't ever have to worry about burning a stupid brush pile again. Because it's a lot more work. I was thinking, oh, this is going to be great. We're going to go out there, we're going to light this up, and it's going to be cool. I'm going to watch this big fire and maybe just sit and watch it. No, haul a stupid log.
It was more, a
It's
lot more work than what you thought it was going
all
to be.
along to keep it going all day long. And when you're not in shape, in the spring of the year, it seems like you got to get your body completely back in shape. At least I do for that type of work.
Yeah.
So cortisone shots in the shoulder again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
That, and I'm sure it didn't help, the night before you guys originally went to go burn the brush pile, we got a bunch of rain and snow.
Yes.
And so the brush
It
itself
saturated it.
was wet. So
Frozen.
Wet, frozen.
yes, frozen. Not only could you you had to pick up each log or whatever to put on, you had to yank out frozen. No, good workout, crappy job. I don't want to do it again. But anyhow, anything else for you? Nothing?
No, not really. Nothing that I can think of right now.
Okay. Well, do you want to start with your question or you want me to start? Does not matter.
No, I'll let you start.
Okay. Ladies first, right?
Sure, why not?
Where's the lady in the room? My husband would be saying. Call her a lady. He's a little irritated with me for good reason. I was not being the nicest about 20 minutes ago. Right before Matt gets here, Ed and I were giving each other crap, and Matt walks in the door. Ed gives his one last little comment, like, meh, 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 and walks away. And I go, hi, Matt, how are you doing? I put on this smile, which Ed says it's a fake. But anyway, so that's what we just got through. But my first question, what, if any, is a challenge you are currently facing, and what are you going to do about it? A challenge that you might be facing now, if any, and what is your plan? Like, what could you do about it, if anything? Maybe you don't even have a challenge right now.
Well, actually, my challenge right now is, especially like through the course of this head pull that I've been fighting.
Okay.
I know that it probably doesn't help that I'm a smoker
Oh.
and
yes.
everything. So like, it definitely should make it a point to quit smoking. And I've tried plenty of times before.
It's hard.
I tried the
I don't
gum,
know
the
personally,
patch,
but-
and everything, and I tried quitting cold turkey before. And I think that's what I gotta do is I basically gotta like almost like isolate myself for those like 2 weeks or whatever that it says.
Does it make you really crabby?
Yes.
Because it made my
It
dad. My
makes-
dad tried numerous times.
like
and it made
crabby,
me crabby.
irritated, just like I just wanna, no one call me, maybe text me or whatever, stuff like that. But at the same time, it's not like I can take 2 weeks off of work.
Right.
But I'm sure if my boss, maybe like a week, be like, hey, if you make this serious, we can make it work
Okay.
make it work out to where,
Like if you take it seriously and you really want to do this,
Right.
we'll help support you through it.
yes.
That's cool.
So, but bottom line, and I know like a couple friends, like my one friend Amy, she quit years ago, and like what she did, she did quit cold turkey, but the way she went about doing it is she slowly weaned herself off of them.
Okay.
Like, she started, say, by having that first cigarette of the morning, like when you first wake up and have that cigarette with your coffee, she stopped doing that.
Okay.
And then after a while, she stopped doing cigarettes after certain meals to help relax and everything. And she just slowly started basically going from smoking like a pack a day to like a half a pack to then she got to the point where she realized she was only smoking once a day, and by that time she's like, well, I don't need this cigarette no more.
And then she
But
was able to-
but it took her, I think it took her like the course of like a month because she wanted to gradually step down
well,
and do
it puts something into, obviously there's a withdrawal from it because you're putting something
Yes.
into your body.
And like the couple times I tried getting or quitting cold turkey, like I would be getting headaches and everything, and it was the withdrawal
Yeah.
and everything. But that's what she told me that she ended up doing is just like instead of up and quitting together, she just like basically just weaned herself off of them.
Nice. And she was able to do it.
Yes.
I know my dad's tried numerous times. He won't ever try again. I know that he's 76. So he's probably like, forget that. But I remember as a kid him trying different times, and you were like, just smoke.
Oh, I know. My dad,
He was
like
so
he
crabby.
stopped smoking like when he was in his 40s, and
Okay.
he ended up buying, I guess, the pill. It wasn't supposed to make you quit smoking, but it helped with the symptoms or the withdrawals. It was called Smoke Away.
Okay.
But yeah, he basically quit, and yeah, there was times where he was just ornery, and and same thing. You're just like, I will go and buy you a pack of cigarettes
Right,
right
here you
now.
go, just like-
because it was like because my dad was always the kind of guy where up at his pole barn or whatever,
Okay.
everything gets put back exactly where it goes.
Okay.
You know, like if
Very,
you
well, that's
if
I
you
love
d-
that about
yes,
people.
If you
I
take
like
something
organization.
off the middle shelf, left hand side, or whatever,
It better go
they
back.
better go exactly right there.
Okay.
And like the one time I forget, it was like a gas can or whatever, and it was just like one of those situations where it was like quickly put by the door, but then I had to go back outside and get something else, and he's like, "Who would put like this gas can does not belong here? It goes over there." I'm like, ah! I'm like, that's when I'm like, Dad, I know I'm underage, but I'm sure I can find a cigarette for you to have right now. It might be bad for your health, but it'd be better for mine in the long. But yes, I mean, but that's where like I don't want to be like that, like. And I understand, like, I wasn't blaming my dad. Like, I knew, like, he was just going through the withdrawals, and even Mom's like, "Hey, your dad's gonna."
He's gonna go a little crazy.
Yeah, your dad's gonna be a little bit.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, like,
I always took my dad's tools as a kid. I was
did
always
ya?
building forts. I don't even know if he realizes how many tools I probably lost on him. He got this coolest little organization thing where you put your little bolts and all your, I don't know, it was something he won from a safety meeting or something at his work. And I thought for some reason, I was probably about 12, I thought that was the coolest thing. And I was always pretending I was a builder. So I was taking it and I ended up, you know how the back, if you flip them, it all just pours out?
yeah.
Well, I did that in the dirt out by the rabbit pen. So his new thing. So what I did is I picked up what I could, a little bit in each one, put it back, but then I had all this on the ground and I buried it in the dirt. I dug a hole and shoved them all in there and covered it up. Yeah, it was tricky. I was like,
Did he ever, like,
he never ever commented on it at all. I don't even think he knew. Maybe if he's
Do you think those are still there today?
probably.
Like, if you were to take
Think
that.
about yeah, I think I know the area too. There's probably, I mean, there was a bunch. It just like dumped. I'm like, crap. But no, I'd probably would freak if I did that. Like, when Mikey would take your stuff, he'd have them always laying around the yard, all kinds of stuff. But you quit smoking when you were, like, I didn't know Ed when he smoked. How old were you?
I quit smoking when I was about 19.
Oh, so you just did it for your teen years a little bit. Yeah, he just quit. I don't know. Didn't like it. Anyway, all right.
All right, now my turn to ask you a question.
Yes, okay.
Okay, as a child, what was one thing you were looking forward to as an adult, and one thing you feared? Like,
Becoming an adult, like
Yeah,
one thing I was looking forward to,
yeah.
and one thing I was afraid of about. Well, they kind of go hand in hand. I don't know how old I would have been, but what I remember is always a big deal to me is I wanted to get married. Like probably, I mean, girls kind of are different that way. Not all girls, about maybe 11 or 12. You
Yeah,
start
I mean,
thinking
a
about
lot
that.
of them, yeah, then they started thinking about the dream wedding. And
Yeah, I don't
everything
know
like
about that, but I mean, I just remember feeling like I wanted to get married and I wanted to find someone to really, really love me, and I wanted to have 3 kids. And ironically, I did have 3 kids, and I wanted 2 girls and a boy, and I got 2 girls and a boy. But not it wasn't exactly how I wanted everything to be, but like as a kid, how you think things. And I saved and scrapbooked and stuff, and like houses, and I always had like that type of thing, like how I would want my house and different things. But the one thing I feared though, is, this is kind of sad, is if I would be worthy of love. From a little age,
Oh,
I did not.
really?
Yeah, I did not feel worthy to be loved. Like that was but that was a real thing. I don't know if other people feel that way or if other kids, but if you are a young, well, man too, or girl, and you're watching, that might be just like a normal thing that we feel, that we're not worthy of that love. Because but you are worthy of being loved. But that is one thing I remember feeling, and I think I felt that kind of stuck with me all the way through, like even till to now.
Oh.
Like it's just a part of me. I don't know what that is, if I feel like I'm flawed, or, I mean, we all are flawed in some way, but that feeling of not being worthy of love. So that's what I feared. Not ever being able to truly be loved. Somebody would love me, but maybe not in the way, like true love. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
You're
that
like,
makes
whoa, just took that one a little weird. And it's like, here you go, Stan.
Well, I was thinking, biggest fear, paying your own bills or whatever, but
I wasn't
whatever.
even thinking of that.
Okay.
That might be more of a guy thing, because you guys are, maybe you're thinking like you gotta provide, I mean, maybe like those general roles. Women do that, but I mean, as a young. I guess I never feared that because I always worked too. Like I felt like I pretty well, if I had to, I could do it.
Yeah, I guess like I never really feared anything as becoming an adult, but like the one thing I always look forward to is like, well, I can't wait basically to have my own place. Because you always got that line, as long as you're under my roof,
yeah.
you know, one of those situations.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, once I get my own house and I can do whatever I want. But then you realize it's not that much fun anymore.
It's a lot of
Because
work.
I'm the one now paying the bills. I'm the one putting the food on the table.
It's stressful, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been through all different brackets of income, so.
Well, even like my son, like during the summer or whatever, he was saying, he's like, man, Dad, I can't wait until I had that adult money. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, so I can have that money to go out and buy whatever I want, whenever I want. I'm like, trust me, what you think is adult money is nothing. Meaning you have nothing. Like you have more money, you'll have more money to spend now, which I did. I mean,
Yeah.
talk about this all the time with my friends and everything. Like when we were in high school, making $50 a week, and washing dishes at a restaurant or
Yep.
whatever, we had more spending money doing that than what we do now.
And no
Working
responsibilities of all that pressure.
because we just had to put gas in our
Yep.
vehicles and everything, some money to run to McDonald's or stuff
Yeah,
like that.
just stuff to do.
But now it's like, yeah, we make a hell of a lot more money than what we did back in high school, but we got more bills and everything
Oh,
like
it's
that.
so expensive. Especially everything is very expensive. Supplies this year, because we do long form. I'm not going to go into detail, but we file long form, and the supplies for this year doubled than what they were the year
I believe
before.
it. I mean,
For the cost,
yeah.
it's doubled. But anyway, okay. When you think of the first commandment, thou shalt have no other gods before me, what does that mean to you?
What does that
When
mean?
you hear that, thou shalt have no other gods before me, or before you, however.
Well, what I basically think, what comes to mind is like, well, you should only believe, follow, and trust in one God and one God only. That there's only one Creator and
Yeah.
everything, and it's easy for us as Christians to say that because then you also got to think like you think back in Egyptians, the ancient Greek and Roman times where they had multiple gods for multiple uses, but I believe like it is a good solid thing to believe in, even though there are like religions out there that like Buddhist and everything, and I always found. I remember like in elementary school when I realized on how much different religions there are, and a lot of them are like based on the same concept. I guess they always had that one higher up God, even though like we got our one and everything. But I'm like, well, I guess, and no matter what religion you're part of, there's always going to be good and bad people in each religion, you know. And but I always looked at it as like it shouldn't really matter what people believe in or how they believe, as long as it makes them a better person towards
Okay, I see where you're going.
in society and everything. Because like my friend Kevin, like he always would have these not religious debates or whatever, but like it like for him like he always saw like religion as well. It's the guidance of how to. He thought it was like being raised Catholic. He always thought like a religion, like being part of a religion. That's just like a guideline of how you should like live, how you should be a better person and everything, and kind of like giving you tips and everything, and not so much like doing it to like you're doing it just so you can be a better person for yourself, I guess.
That's how he was explaining it.
And like also like to the point to where like wouldn't matter if you were to believe in God or if you thought the clock you got hanging up in your living room was the God. You know, like if that's something that you're being good to.
The only
That
problem with our faith
Right.
is that if you don't put your faith in the correct faith, you're going to end up in hell.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only catch to that. Like if they don't choose the correct thing.
Right, but
No, you go ahead.
But the thing is, though, like if you're.
But it will make you could make it better person. On
But like
what
say
you're
if you're
doing.
a Buddhist and everything,
Right.
and if you do everything good, you never do anything harm. Like, you know, you help someone out when they need help and everything, and you give someone your last dollar when you're broke yourself and everything. But you're a Buddhist, that shouldn't.
Oh, you don't think that'll change?
I don't.
And that's fine.
I mean, I don't know.
Right, we don't. But
Yeah.
I guess and that's fine. Like, I mean, that you're pointing that out for other people.
Right.
To me, if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, that is your Lord and Savior, you will not enter into, because it says in our faith, in our Bible, it says that if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, you will not enter into the kingdom of heaven, because you cannot come to the Father unless you go through Jesus, because Jesus paid that price on the cross. Like, nothing holy. We are only made holy, per se, by the blood of Jesus Christ. And then nothing non-holy can be next to our Heavenly Father, if that makes sense. People, I guess if you wanted to, you could read the Bible and find that out. Another thing, the way to look up other gods are, our money can be a god. Like, anything that you put above God, sex can be a god. Our children, the love for our children in regards that we do. I'll give an example. I love my kids so much that I wanted to gain their favor. I would allow them to do things that probably weren't morally right and condone it underneath my own roof, just because I wanted to love my children so much. So therefore, I put my love for my child above what was morally right in God's eyes. I'm just using myself as an example. Those can also be other gods. But anyway, that was your question that I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Alrighty. Now, if you could travel back in time to like any specific era, what era would you travel back into, or would you just pick like a random decade within the 1900s? Like, would you like want to travel into like to see the 13th century, or like, I don't know, Renaissance, or would you just much rather like go back into like
Honestly,
1950s?
I have a couple of ways of answering this. I'll give my thing where I wouldn't want to go back probably in time to any really far particular. I like our advances in medical and that women have a right to speak. Like, any time that I would go back to any farther, I'm putting myself in, like, I'm a woman, so I'm putting myself in that kind of,
But,
I don't know,
but-
probably if I went back into some area,
But
I'd
is
probably
there-
be considered a witch or something. I don't
But
know.
like, is there like any like time period like that you would want to like?
I would want to go
check
back
out, like-
to when my mom,
Oh.
honestly, was a kid or a child or teenager, because
Yeah.
I would want to be a friend to her.
You know, I always thought the
I
same.
really would
I
love
thought
that.
the same thing like with my dad. Like,
Yeah.
I would always want to go back like in the 70s and everything.
Yeah,
And
I would just love to be a friend
just
to her and let her
hearing
know
the
how
stories
special
that
she
like
was.
him and my uncles and his friends would do and everything, like just to, like you said, like to be there to like hang out and everything.
Yeah, I would just
or-
love to have shown my mom and talked to her and let her know how truly remarkable of a woman that she was.
Yeah.
I really would have liked to have done that and given her that and been a really good friend to her. And honestly, if I would have been back in the olden days, we'll call it, and I had babies the way I have babies now, I probably would have died in childbirth. So I don't really want to go back. I'm thankful
Right.
for our
But I'm
medical
just saying, like, if
technology.
you had to like say visit like one time period for like,
I like the castles. I like romance. So one of those romantic times,
so
probably.
like you would like go back into like say medieval England or whatever with.
It would be kind of fun
Yeah.
just to rewear the, I don't know. There's a lot, every time I think of what I would have to do as a woman back then, I'm like, ugh. I don't know. Anyway,
I guess that's what I'm kind of like saying. Like
If I didn't have to deal with all that.
if Doc Brown was here right now from Back to the Future, pulls up in your driveway.
Oh,
with
I
a
wouldn't have to
dilemma.
act like those people. I'd be liberated.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't, other than just that. I know it's not great of an answer, but
How would you like living into the 1920s?
what's really going on then? Is there wars?
I don't think so. Well, the roaring
Was there
20s.
like kind of wars? I love music and dancing. Was there a lot of cool dancing? I think that
I
would be
think so,
fun to
yeah.
go to dances. I mean, we don't even dance really anymore. That'd be fun. My
Well-
husband would be like, "I'm not dancing with you."
Well,
Slow dance once in a while.
What time would have been like the 50s your mom was growing up in? Or-
Yeah, I think so. Like she would have been. Well, she had me when I was born in '76, so she would have been probably in high school in the '60s, right? Yeah, something like that.
See, my friends and I, we always talked about like going back, say in the 1930s, 1920s, or even in the 60s and 70s when obviously everything was so much cheaper. But like going back there with like $1,000 and just
having-
being able to live like kings and
We'll
everything.
do some fun stuff.
Yeah. Like when you can go, because my friend, again, Kevin, his mom would always say when she was a kid, she was able to go to the movies. Her mom would give her a quarter and she would actually come home with change.
Wow.
Like that was enough to get into the movies, get a snack and
Isn't
everything.
that crazy?
Yes. I know,
Yeah.
like, and now you think about it, like, I don't
A
even.
gumball.
Yeah. You get a gumball for a quarter, and but like the movies nowadays, like, I don't even know how much it costs to even.
I don't know.
It's been a while since I went to any of the
I know
movies.
ours here in Rogers City are a better deal than like out
Yes,
there.
we do have. Yeah, I
Like,
did notice that.
They do have a better deal for people.
But like one of the last times when I took my son to the movies, it was back when one of the remakes of the Ghostbusters came out when it was all female cast.
Oh, I don't know if I saw that.
Yeah, but I mean, what year that was, but it came out. I took him there, and it was all $40 between getting in, getting our snacks and everything.
Expensive.
And I'm thinking, holy cow!
Yeah, it's expensive.
I mean, I get, obviously stuff goes up throughout the years.
But yeah, and honestly, that popcorn oil, I know that's expensive because I buy it for my popcorn machine here.
Oh,
And it's expensive
Is
to
it?
do. Yeah, I mean, for the little bit that I do, it's a lot. So if you're using a lot of it, they have to make their profit somewhere. All right. In life, have you ever hurt someone? And if so, did you do anything to amend for it? Like in the past, and then you realize, yeah, maybe that wasn't the best idea, or I was wrong. And have I
there's
done
a lot of
something?
things that come to mind, but like after. I
But I
was,
think
I was
that
thinking, I was
that's-
thinking about this question and like, I'm not going.
You don't have to name her.
I'm not going to name her name, but senior in high school, her and I were both in drama club.
Okay.
I was going to the public school, she was homeschooled, but we were doing this one play where our play director allowed, let's allow whoever, as long as you're still in high school,
Oh, okay. Yeah, big homeschoolers. get
right, that way they're not being left out of
Right.
stuff like that. And
They're getting some social.
right, her and I wouldn't say like took a liking to each other like right off the get go, but she ended up like going out with another guy and everything. And like throughout the course of the play, we were still friends and everything like that. Well, then like she broke up with her boyfriend. My friend and I went to homecoming, and obviously he took his girlfriend that he was dating at the time, and I took this girl.
Okay.
And I wasn't quite sure because I know I told you, I don't know if I said this on the show, but like junior high, I had these couple girls in my class that would always flirt with me and everything. And it was always, they did it for like their ego and everything. So like when I got the nerve to ask them out, they're like, oh no, we're just kind of playing around. So like I still had that problem of like,
If you're gonna trust what's
Right.
yeah. Yep.
And and the thing is, like in high school, I was never one for dances or homecomings or anything like that. It was going to my friend's house, chilling in his basement, playing Nintendo 64, and
So this was kind of like out of your comfort zone.
right. So anyhow, we go to homecoming, we do all that, and we were talking for a little bit, like even after high school, like texting here and there, but like I never asked her out, like it hurt her, like it got like my dad would even see her mom in the store, and like she took some kind of program up like overseas and everything in Poland, and fast
So
forward.
she really liked you.
Yes, but I wasn't sure on how much she
Yeah.
really liked me, and I kind of liked her, but
But at the time, you're
at
young.
the time I just wasn't,
Yeah, you're young.
but I didn't realize on how much, because even after a while, my dad's like, he basically called me an idiot. He's like,
You're the kind of being me.
yeah,
That's
she
me.
was Indian, you didn't do
Yep.
anything about it. Mm-hmm. And then, like, fast forward a few years, after high school, I ended up getting Facebook. added her as a friend. She'd accepted and everything, and we were messaging, just kind of like, well, hey, how's it going? This is probably a good maybe 15-ish years after
Okay.
high school.
Yeah, sometimes things go.
So then I'm like, hey, if you're ever in town, because I wasn't sure exactly like what she was doing. I knew she was married, she had a kid and everything. So like, in retrospect, it did work out because like without that, like she wouldn't have her daughter. I wouldn't have my son and everything.
Right.
And which are, if you look at pictures of me with my son and her with her daughter, like it's.
But do you feel kind of like she was kind of like the one that got away a little bit?
Yes,
yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
But I do, like I remember.
But you're respecting it.
Yes. But I remember texting her like, hey, whenever you're in town, maybe we can go catch up with some coffee or whatever. She's like, that'd be great. And like the one night, I just like, hey, I sent her this big old long apology saying, hey, I was stupid, blah, blah, I didn't mean to hurt you back in high school. And then like she just stopped talking to me.
Oh.
And then this last year, she's...
Don't you hate it when you get a cough and then you can't get it through? I did
started
that.
again, but it was just like a small talk conversation.
Okay.
And like she is doing good right now, and again, by chance if she's watching, so she probably knows who.
Well, yeah, I'm sure she can.
Yeah,
figure it out.
so I'd like to apologize like one more time, but yeah, it's something like that.
Well, it's good that you apologize for it. Sometimes people just ghost you, and there's unsaid words, and sometimes all a person needs is those words of something being said, and it can really make a big difference to that other person healing or going on or moving on.
Yeah.
But some people just don't. They care basically about themselves or their ego or whatever. I don't know. But so you did the right thing by... I feel you did the right thing.
Yeah.
It's the manly thing to do. So, all right. I think you're on my question.
Oh, it's
Maybe
my
you
turn
got-
to ask
yeah.
you, yes. All right. If you could have a conversation with any three historical figures, who would they be?
Jesus would be one for sure. I would love to talk to Jesus. They're all going to be from that time frame. I really would love to. That's the only place that I've told Ed that I would like to go overseas is actually I would love, not anymore, I think that wouldn't be a good area to go to now, but that is the only thing I really have ever really wanted. I mean, I would love to go all kinds of places overseas, but if I had to pick one, I would want to go to the places where Jesus walked in, like the Garden of Gethsemane and Jerusalem, even though now I wouldn't, because there's lots of crap going on there, but no, I would love to have met Jesus in person. However, Jesus lives inside of us and in our hearts all the time, and we can talk to him anytime, but to actually physically be able to talk to him. And then David in the Bible, I think he would be a pretty cool person. They said he was very handsome, and yet he was poetic. And when I read what David wrote in some of the Psalms, it really speaks to me like how he wrote that, like how God spoke to him, really stands out to me. It reminds me of how things come to myself and how I write it in almost like a poetic form. And
this just popped into my head.
I would really love to see
I
that.
can see you having like a talk show scenario with like Jesus and Judas on each side, and you'd be okay.
Judas, you're a fool.
Explaining yourself. I'm like, what's like, or have you guys forgiven each other? Like obviously Jesus would have.
Yes, yeah, and I think we all have a little Judas in us. Honestly, we all have a little deception. It's just that his led to something pretty bad. But no, and Joseph, the coat of many colors. That's a pretty awesome fellow in the Bible. All of them are. But I would love to go back to the Bible time and just talk to those people. And I'm very curious about how they actually were. I can try to envision from what I read, but I would like to. So that's a quick answer, but that's...
Yeah, pretty nice.
Yep. But, okay, my last question for you. What, if anything, is a goal you would like to accomplish by the end of April?
At the end of April.
Yep. I was trying to think of like something spring, but without saying, what are you going to do for spring? And if you don't have a goal, that's fine too.
Well, earlier I talked about the whole not-smoking thing, which obviously that should be done like sooner than later. But as far as like a goal, I just bought my house at the end of this last December, and I always was looking at certain.
I'm just a very goal-oriented
Yes.
person, so I set myself challenges that I have to accomplish.
And there are things like in my front yard, just certain plants I just want to take out because a lot of it's just like gotten overtaken with weeds.
Okay.
And there are some flowers, but they bloom and they stay blooming for like maybe a week, and then they just go
Oh,
dormant. Like
What
they'll.
kind of flowers you got?
I'm not really sure.
Like, what kind of flowers do you throw
You
out?
want 'em?
Yeah,
I'll
come and
take-
check out your flowers.
You know, it's funny because I was talking to your dad about this, and he's like, "Well, before you just throw them away, he's like, give them to Tammy, she'll take them."
I can't throw a stupid flower out. I
And
know,
there's
it's
some
awful.
like butterfly something. But cause
Oh,
they,
butterfly bush, maybe.
maybe because
Those are pretty.
well,
Oh, that's funny. No, I can't. That's why you see me selling those irises. I can't just like pitch them. I have to find a spot for them that actually will survive. They'll survive. At least they have a chance.
but like this is obviously like it has to be like weather permitting. Like I just want to get the yard organized. Basically, I want to kind of make the front yard. Sorry, yeah, distracted the guy.
Yeah, there's a guy that
Well,
was on a what do you call those things?
Side-by-side.
A side by side
Yeah.
on the road here, going fast, and then there's a red truck, kind of like
and passing them.
passing them, and they revved up, and it was like
Yeah.
I don't know, a little sketchy.
See,
It was
this is why I wish
we're
we had,
sitting
like,
by
two-
a big bay window here.
Yeah, this is why I wish we had like two cameras or anything
It's
like
like,
that.
what
Your
is
camera
happening?
on like a tripod where we
You're
can
like,
turn
this is
it.
what's happening.
Yeah.
No.
But no, I would have to say I wanted to get my the backyard has to be raked up and everything, but I want to. I don't know, like just like re-landscape my front yard, and it wouldn't be anything like massive, like overhaul or anything. But like I said, like rip out the plants and everything, and at first,
You get out of this place.
yeah, burn them, throw them on the brush pile and burn them.
Oh, that's funny. I'm like, don't rip out your plants. If you do, just bring them here. I'll sort through them.
Basically, it's going to be like one of those like it's going to be the first thing I'm able to do to the house to make it mine. Mm-hmm. You know,
Did you paint anything on the inside yet?
I didn't paint it. I don't like painting. It will stay the same.
Ed's laughing. Ed loves painting. Actually, that's like he says it's soothing.
Honestly, if you were to
He
walk,
puts his radio on and he says, "I just love it." It's like, just loves to do it. Paint my walls over and over. He's painted this house a lot.
So you don't like painting, eh, Matthew?
it's
Why?
not so much the painting. It's the
A lot
prep
of people
work.
don't. A lot
It's
of people
the
don't
prep
like to
work.
paint. Ed won't let me
Taping
paint
everything off and
like a wall. He won't let me. He
You
says,
tape-
"You're
you
going to
tape
leave
off?
drips."
yeah.
Why?
Because not
I'm
everybody
not-
is
I'm not
as
as good as
clever
you.
as you.
I mean, I probably can get away with it, but
Ed just, he's,
there'd be a lot of drippings on the floor.
yeah, he's very, very particular.
Drop cloths?
He's very good. You are. I'll give you kudos
I
for
will
that.
train you,
Yeah.
Sensei.
Since-
I shall be your master painter.
It's like,
Not for fishing.
I was gonna say don't be training me for fishing, Dad.
I was like, please don't
Cause
say it.
I'm not the
know.
bait master.
Gosh.
that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. He doesn't have to be.
No, don't worry. I'm able to handle my own bake pretty good.
Oh my goodness.
I mastered that technique down back way.
That's awful. La, 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 la.
Earthworms or night crawlers?
Oh, hush,
Depends on how cold it is.
you guys.
See, like I didn't chime in the entire show, but what he does, he makes it worth it.
Beep, 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 beep. Edit,
Yeah.
edit. Beep, beep, beep.
He's trouble.
We're back with
Was
the
that-
teacher.
Yeah, right. You taught me all kinds of badness. You did. You corrupted my mind.
Point the finger in there.
As long as it isn't up my nose.
Okay.
I think it's your. There goes a motorcyclist. Motorcyclist. Is that
There was
what
a guy on a cold
I think that was a
motorcycle.
woman. That was a little petite woman. She had long blonde hair flowing.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
I didn't really know.
It
At
looked.
first I thought.
Matt's
at
like,
first
really?
I go chase her down.
Really, that was? No, I
And it
think
almost
that
looked
was
like
a
she was
woman.
waving too.
That
She-
looked
you know,
like,
a-
yeah, that was a woman, I believe. She was petite and she had pretty long blonde hair.
Huh.
I know.
That's Tammy from 20 years from now.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
I know.
20 years ago. I never rode on a motorcycle ever.
But you call my Harley Quinn.
I don't want to. I like four-wheelers. I'm not into. I like going off-roading. I like climbing hills and that type of stuff. I'm
You
not.
can do that on a Harley if you're brave.
No. No.
Well, yeah, any vehicle can become.
Honestly, I've
off-road
never
vehicle.
had an opportunity to ride on a Harley. I don't. First of all, I wouldn't probably want to do it I would have to learn how to do it myself because I wouldn't really trust anyone to sit behind and do it. I wouldn't. Why would I?
I don't know. You tell me.
Because guys just drive crazy. I went behind a snowmobile numerous times, but when I was older and I didn't realize that guys in their 30s would still drive like guys in their teens.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they just like flew through this, I don't know, we were in Big Cut with this one fella, and I swear I almost flew off the back of the snowmobile like numerous times. I was holding on for dear life. I was like clutched on, and it was stupid and crazy and I never got on again. Anyway, last question.
Last
That's enough
question
of
for
that.
you. Okay, if you were forced,
If I was what? Okay. Nobody's gonna force
to
me.
stop being a Christian,
Okay.
what religion would you pick to follow?
Well, no one.
No one is
No
gonna
one-
make me.
No one would be able to force me to stop being a Christian because being a Christian is a follower of Christ. They could never do it. They could make a law, I guess, and say no one can worship Jesus, but they would have to behead me or kill me. Like, I would take the penalty. I would never switch. Because
Is that your fancy way of you saying you don't want to be Jewish?
it's just saying that I believe in the triune God, and I would never, ever, ever. That is absolutely 100% all of who I am. I can't state that enough. Like, in fact, Jesus says in the Bible, people like to call Christianity a religion. Jesus says in the Bible that God hates religion. It says that. I should have looked up the
Oh,
Bible
yeah?
verse. It says I don't look at my faith as a religion. I look at my faith as a personal relationship with my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, my Creator, who knit me in my mother's womb. And the only reason why I'm here is because of my Heavenly Father. And there is nobody that could take that away from me, because I know that this time on earth is just a blink of an eye, a vapor in the wind. And as soon as I go apart from here, I am in my forever home in heaven, and there is nobody or nothing that is going to keep me away from that.
You know, I know. Like, I think we touched base on this last week
I don't even know.
about the whole like
I'm
your-
very strong in.
Yes, because I know.
like,
I
just-
remember
I
asking
wish
you
I could
questions
just-
about between like Catholics and Lutherans
Yeah.
and everything, and I do remember. It was either the last week's episode, or maybe the one before that. I'm not sure, but I remember talking about it.
It's probably my most thing that I would get pumped up
Yeah.
about. Like if somebody wanted to
And
have
I-
a debate with
and
me,
I do
this
remember
is
you
probably
saying like
the
how you
area.
don't like believe in
Yeah.
certain religions on how because it separates people. And I don't like like right now we're going through the Lent season
Oh,
and everything.
I respect people's religions,
Yes,
but
exactly.
nobody's gonna force me.
But growing up and being
At all.
raised Catholic, we were always told that you can't eat meat on Friday.
Laws and rules.
Yes. But then I realized at
You
a
can do it in a
younger
respectful
age
way.
that other kids, they're like, well, I have,
Oh yeah.
you know, and turns out like, well, wait a minute, how come they can eat meat, but they still go to
You
church,
can't.
but I can't,
Yeah.
and everything. And then that's when I realized.
And I would never want to take away someone's respectfulness that's what they're doing to honor the Lord.
Right.
Because it honestly, I believe it's Paul that preaches in Romans. I could be wrong about this in the book of Romans, where he says, do not condemn someone who does not eat of a certain like it was basically saying don't sit there and pick on each other for what one does and what one's not doing. It's like you're supposed to be building in unity. Like I'm saying it really shallow. There's so much more depth to that. But I mean, there is in the Bible where Paul preaches upon this, that he doesn't want us to separate, like don't pick on each other for those little things. Like that basically, the thing is that you got to believe that Jesus Christ is the one true God and he is the only way to be saved. That's the way you're saved. Like you can't be saved any other way. And I guess why I'm not saying this because I want everybody, I am assured that I'm going to heaven, and I don't mean to say that in an audacity way. I don't deserve heaven. I'm a sinner. I sin every day. I screw up. I think wrong things. I mean, I don't want anybody to ever say that, because it could sound hypocritical if I'm preaching one way and then I go and do something else. I hope I don't do certain things, but I have temptations. I have things that I am definitely flawed in. And what I'm trying to say though is I want every single person to go to heaven. It says that the angels rejoice at one person being plucked from the fire, meaning that you can have people that are on their way to hell and they're living that. And if that person turns around and he repents, or he or she repents and takes Jesus into their heart, and the angels rejoice at that moment when that person is plucked back into, like, from that fire, from going to hell. And that right there tells me that the angels have joy, like they're able to feel joy. So this is like a big deal. It's just that people don't think about it. We all just think life is just what it is. And I really would love to just be able to, you know how you can speak it, but you can't make someone feel something.
Right.
But like, I have such a tenderness in my heart. I don't do this to be boastful or audacious. I truly want people to know that Jesus loves you, and he is amazing. And honestly, it's the only thing that's ever saved me from anything. Like when I was younger, and honestly, up until, I'm going to share this with you. This is very personal for me, and it doesn't matter to me if people judge me on it or not. Maybe it'll help someone. But I always, like, anytime I had such a self-worthlessness feeling within me. I don't know where this comes from or why I have it. I always struggled with wanting to be alive. Like, I did not want to be alive. Like, every time a problem, I'd be like, I would be better off, the world would be better off without me. And then, I don't know, I just kept praying about it, and a healing happened. Maybe, I call it healing, like a healing within my mind or my emotional state or whatever. Because this was with me since I was probably about 6 years old that started. Like, I just felt like I was a broken, sad little kid. And it's carried through anytime there was any kind of negativeness or a trauma that happened, it escalated that, and it escalated that. And it built into something that was very scarring, I guess is the best way to say it. I don't know how else, if this is even making sense. But that carried with me all the way into my young adulthood, because there was always so much, and I'm not blaming on all this other stuff, but when things came, it kind of like snowballed on you, and it just kept coming and making you feel worthless and more and more. And I would say maybe, I'm trying to think, I was with Ed maybe for about 5 years, and then all of a sudden I just kept praying about it, and that feeling went away. Like, I didn't feel that way anymore. And then it wasn't until maybe a couple years ago I started having that feeling again, where I just felt like, you know, everything is just too much and just sad, or whatever you want to call it. But I don't have that now again. That was just like a brief moment, and I said, dear Lord, please don't let this start happening again, or these feelings. And I just want people to know that you can be a person who seems like they have it all together, or maybe they don't. Maybe you guys don't think that of me, or that they wouldn't feel that way. But that's why I'm so tender and compassionate and full of that. Other people, you don't know what people are going through.
I was just about to say, like, you don't, like, because a lot of people will
and I don't mean to have a pity party, but people do not realize.
No, they don't. Like, there's a lot of times where I could be going through a lot of stuff, and I still go about doing my everyday routine.
Yeah.
And I still put a smile on my face. I'll still go out and joke around with you. I might be hurting inside.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't know what people are going through, so like, don't be quick to judge them or to chew their ass out for something that you don't
fully understand. No, obviously there's a reason why people are behaving or doing the things that they're doing, or even just acting the way they act. I mean, I am honestly a person who probably would do fine just being completely, like, I force myself to be social. People probably wouldn't even think that, but I do. I'm uncomfortable a lot of times in situations. Speaking in front of like this, or even a auditorium, that wouldn't bother me. It's more so like those little things, like a small circle's fine. But
yes,
I'm very more of an anxious type, I would say, type person, and it takes a lot for me to really let people know what's going on. But if that can help anyone, that's why I'm sharing. Please don't ever think like I'm having a pity party. I can have pity parties on my own. I don't need anybody's support on that. I just want people to know that there's a lot more that goes on with people, and
Yeah, like people aren't always going to let you know, like if they're like, depression is never going to be a thing that people show off on their facial expressions.
No, and I think almost when I open up and I talk to a lot of people, there are a lot of people that are dealing with stuff. Like
Yes.
a lot, like the majority, like almost everybody.
And if you're dealing with something, don't take it out on someone else.
Right. Find somebody who can maybe help you.
Yeah, because that's just going to make matters worse. Because I've had people come up to me and like chew my ass out for stuff that one, it was none of their business on why I was doing a certain thing, and two, it's like you do realize that I'm not going through a good time right now, so like then I just.
And I made it through this without crying because I told Annie I thought this one I might cry through this one, but I did good, Ann. I didn't cry. So I kept my game face on. But is there anything else you want to add, or do you think we're good on that?
I think that same bike went by.
Did it? Was it the girl?
I don't know.
Was it the long blonde haired
No,
girl?
it wasn't. It looked like a hood.
Oh, maybe I was.
It looked like a hood.
Tammy, it's not a girl.
I wasn't gonna tell her that, but
It wasn't a
Was it
girl.
a
Was
hood?
it? Oh, wasn't it blonde though? Wasn't there something blonde? There's
It was
something
like a
blonde.
brownish.
gray hood.
Oh,
Gray hoodie.
guess I can't. I can't
Yeah.
see. Oh,
We got to do.
what?
Maybe next time,
Gotta
like the
do a
show,
drive,
the,
let
the
everybody
show
see.
should be like.
Oh,
should
like
be the
this way,
background,
and let everybody see what's going on behind
Yeah.
us. All the different. I've seen so many close calls right out this window. Doing my dishes. A semi almost slammed into a car numerous times. Like different. Well, one was a semi. That was the closest. It was like this. I'm like, oh my word! Like almost slammed right in the ass end of them.
I mean, this big window right here is giving us so much of the most
Yeah.
random stuff on the show.
It
Like
is.
the couple weekends ago when you thought some stranger was pulling up, but
Oh,
it
and
was
it
just
was
Brad.
Brad. Yeah, Bradley. Bradley, hello.
Yeah.
But our next show is going to be Friday, March 28th
Yep.
at 6:30. And I think we're good tonight. I think
Yeah.
she got something else.
No, and yeah, as far as the next week's show, again, no subject topic, but if something comes up,
Yeah.
well, I mean, we'll let you guys know. Obviously, Tammy's really good at posting the updates of the show.
I tried to get at something. But no. So thank you for watching, and we hope you have a good week. And seriously, if anybody ever has any of these stuff that they need a friend, I'm always here to listen. Guys,
Yeah.
maybe you want to hit Matt up. He could listen to the fellas. I could listen to the ladies. So make you feel a little bit more comfortable if you want. But God bless you all, and you have a wonderful evening.
See you guys next time. Really enjoy you tuning in. Blah, blah, blah.